Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to talk about 5 games that impressed me in 2023. This is kind of like a year in review thing, but I'll probably do a more dedicated video to that towards the end of the year here, probably in a couple of weeks. But I just want to talk about these games that really impressed me this year, that really stood out. Now, you guys know I like a lot of indie titles, games that feel like more complete, I would say. But there are AAA titles I like out there too that impress me, and one of the ones here is Dead Island Part 2. Now, Dead Island 2 came out of nowhere. I was surprised at how fast this game came to release because it was pretty much in limbo for for 10 years after it was announced pretty much. And then all of a sudden, it was ready to go. Pre-orders were popping in, and it was just a shock. I couldn't believe it was finally out. And when I played the game finally, I was very impressed. I was so happy with the final product. I had a really good time playing the game when it first came out online because there was a lot of people, a lot of community out there helping each other out online. So playing this game co-op is just where it's at. And when I tried it out recently, there wasn't that many people online, but still I had a great time with this game. And I recently finally beat it, and just overall just happy that this game actually made it to release. I was pretty nervous over the years that it was never going to get released, and then I just kind of forgot about it, but then all of a sudden it just pops up. It's like, hey. Now the character I picked through my first playthrough was Amy because she could run fast, but man, she could barely take any damage. So I tried to mitigate that mistake and pick Carla on my next playthrough. And though I like Carla better, I like being able to get out of situations pretty fast. So I think Amy is my main person. I'm gonna try some of the other characters as well, but I just like being able to run fast and get out of certain situations quickly. Even with the damage and carnage and all this craziness going on around you, the environments in the game are actually good to look at. Beverly Hills, Venice Beach, Hollywood Boulevard, everything looks great despite the damage that's being done in those areas. I felt the story in this game compelled me to pull through it because even playing the first 2 Dead Island games, which was Dead Island and then Dead Island Reptide, I wasn't compelled to beat those games right away like I was this one. This one really drew me in, and I think it will do the same for other people who try it out. Now we have Remnant Part 2. I played Remnant from the Ashes with my friends a couple years back, and we really enjoyed that game, but it was a bit tough, and we were struggling with that game, so we kind of fell off from it, and I've always wanted to go back and play it, but Remnant 2 has come out, and this game blew me away. I think they liked it too. Just so much going on in this game, and the worlds that you go to in this game are so freaking cool. You go to a futuristic world, a freaking medieval world, things like that. The levels are so cool, and the customization is well done as usual. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this series at all. I know the first game did get a release on Switch, but I don't know if it caught on, because playing these type of games on the Switch probably is really pushing that system, and probably I don't know if the game really looks good. But anyways, going back to Part 2, I really feel like this game is probably the hidden gem of the year, and I say hidden gem because, like I said, I don't really hear anybody talking about it, and the release for this was kind of quiet, in some ways, and not really a big commercial release where they were letting people know it was out. But definitely, if you have a chance to play this game, I think you will love it, especially if you play it with friends. It's amazing, and just the teamwork, the customization for your characters, just everything's well done in this game. So let me know what you guys think about this one, but this is definitely one of the games that impressed me this year. The next game that really impressed me is Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 really blew me away. Now, I was disappointed with the small character roster. For me, I want a lot of characters available at the beginning, and I'm not down with that season pass stuff. But overall, I enjoyed what this package came with. The whole event hub really reminded me of how PlayStation Home used to be. What it was pretty much. Going to the arcade, sitting at a table, someone coming up and meeting you, and you playing the game together. I thought that was a really cool addition to the online play. And it's like Street Fighter 6 is its own world pretty much. So, and in this hub, they also have old classic Capcom games you can play, and usually they change them up every couple of days, which is nice. So, overall, a pretty good package. I felt like one of the main things this game had going for it, of course, the new gameplay, but the fact that I hate saying this, but they added modern controls for people who probably don't play fighting games. They could get into the series too. The only thing I wish is that with that season pass stuff, which you guys know I don't like, I just wish they would release more of the characters sooner. I don't feel like you should wait every quarter to get a character, that's already been seen before in other games. But, hey, That's what these kids like, so that's why Capcom's doing it. Anyway, Street Fighter 6, definitely an impressive game. So the next game is going to be Drus. This is a horizontal shooter that pretty much came out of nowhere for me. The company had made a game called Record of Lotus War, and I was really impressed with that game, so I was really looking forward to the next project, and I saw it was a horizontal shooter. I wasn't too sure about it because I wanted it to be on the PS4. It was like a Switch exclusive, so I was kind of like, I don't know. But once I got my hands on this game, I was literally blown away. I mean, I don't really rush to do reviews for videos, but this one I definitely did. I had to let everybody know about it. Hell, I even put it in, like, I gave it to Jason in a pickups video we did. But if you haven't played Drus, you guys owe it to yourselves. I'm always going back and forth between vertical or horizontal shooters, which ones I like better. But Drus just really, I feel like this is going to be my top favorite shoot 'em up of all time. And I know that's like crazy to say that because there's so many of them. I could change my mind in the future, but right now, this is the top game that I think everybody should play. And I hope they port it to more consoles, I would say, because like being exclusive on the Switch and just a Steam, I don't think that's cool. It should be ported out to other systems as well. But anyways, let me know in the comments if you played Drus, and let me know if there's any other shooters I should have chose over this one. Next game is probably pretty obvious. You know, I did a review on this game as well. Resident Evil 4 Remake. I did not want this game to be remade. I wanted them to go to another game, which was Code Veronica. I thought that made sense after Resident Evil 3, you know, kind of start Claire's sequel journey. But no, they said, let's do Resident Evil 4, the most popular Resident Evil out of them all. Well, that's up for debate. But they decided to make part 4, and I think they did a phenomenal job. It's actually better than the original. The original is not my favorite game, but going back to it, it did have its problems, and obviously the problems are the controls. Your character is too stiff, and they fixed that in Remake. You can move around pretty good in this game and dodge enemies, and the whole parry effect thing, with parrying like attacks, that's brilliant. You know, you actually could do it in the original Resident Evil as well, I believe, but it wasn't that like it wasn't that tuned, I would say. I remember you could shoot items that were coming at you, but like being able to parry stuff with your knife, that's just amazing. Playing the DLC content for it made it feel like really complete, I would say. I wish they would have included that in the original game. It would have been like great, but nowadays the way stuff is being sold, they got to cut stuff out and sell it again later, which is horrible. But other than that, though, it really feels like a complete package once you have the DLC as well. I can't say enough good things about this game. I mean, I've already done a review about it, so I'll just leave it at that. But I hope the next game they remake is Code Veronica. Get it out of the way. I know it's going to be most difficult to make, but get that game done. But anyways, Resident Evil 4 Remake, you guys got to definitely check this one out. And last, but certainly not least, Star Ocean, the second story R. Man, there's so much to say about this game. You know, I was really impressed with the art style they went with by adding the portrait for the characters when they talk. I thought that was great because a lot of people probably don't even remember that this game got released on the PSP, and they gave it voice acting besides the battle voice acting, and it was really well done. It was on point. I didn't really like the art style of the PSP version, but it was still a very solid version of the game. But this version right here is just like, it just blows that one out of the water. The stuff they added to this game, it's just like, it's just so much, and I can't really talk about too much of it here because obviously I'm going to do a review pretty soon. But if you have not played Star Ocean, it's like I said before in my previous video when I played the demo, I feel like this is the RPG of the year, even though it's a remake. It's definitely one of the best RPGs I played because the battle system is so addicting, and the stuff you could do, the customization in this game you could do, it's just so much, and it's just fantastic. I mean, I'm putting like already like I have like 60 hours in the game, and I'm on my third playthrough. You know, it's pretty crazy, and I got my platinum trophy. You know, I went all out in this game, so I will talk about this more in the future. But this is definitely one of the games that impressed me of 2023. All right, guys. So I know I said 5 games, but I decided to throw that extra one for you guys at the end. So 6 games that impressed me of 2023. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Also, be on the lookout for Media Glitch video. Me and Joel actually talk about our top 10 games of 2023. So that one, you'll have a bit more detail of more of the games I liked. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Radical Reggie, and I will see you all later.